One, and we're streaming. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the kickoff call of December 2021 GitLab Hackathon. I'm Christos Baharakis, the Senior Content Contributor Program Manager, and I would like to welcome you. It's really nice to have you all, people who are here in Zoom, like Jeff and Zitongren, and also people watching live on the stream. Let me quickly go through some of the logistics, some of the important information about the hackathon. I'm gonna be sharing my my screen. Welcome, Ruben. Oh, their audio is still connecting, so I'm gonna wait for a few more seconds until I greet them. All right. Okay, I think my screen should be visible right now to everyone. If you can comment here on the chat that you can see my screen, or can I mute, that would be great. So we can also check on YouTube. Hi, Ruben, welcome. Ruben, quick question. I don't want to put you on the spot, but can you see my screen? I'm sharing my screen. Is it visible?
Hi, yes, I can see that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Great. I'm sharing my screen. We're live on YouTube. I'm going to go a quick walkthrough of the hackathon, and then I'm going to open up for questions if you have anything you would like to discuss. So the hackathon, most importantly, begins on the 3rd of December local time. I'm currently located in Berlin, Germany. So for me right now, I still have 10 hours until midnight of Thursday, the 2nd of December to 3rd of December. So it's based on your time zone. So in some other regions, in the East right now, the hackathon has already begun. For some regions in the States, for example, it's going to begin tomorrow. So yeah, it's based on your local time zone. It begins on tomorrow, the 3rd of December, and ends on the 5th of December, midnight towards the 6th of December. It's the first time we're doing a hackathon over the weekend. So the reason behind it is because I've been also a contributor for a long time, and I've been contributing towards my free time, and that was primarily during the weekend. So we want to test out whether a hackathon during the weekend it's more it's better for the community and also for us to better support. How to join? It's really relatively simple. So the idea is that, first the important things, we have the kickoff call today, we have a wrap-up call tomorrow, sorry, not tomorrow, on Monday, to see what happened. You don't have to do anything like that. You just need to, for participating in a hackathon, you just need to submit an merge request towards a GitLab namespace project. That's it. How to do that? Here we have handpicked a group of issues or epics, and we've sorted them out according to the technologies included, and also we have the relevant guides. Let me zoom in a bit. Whoop. We have the relevant guides here on how to get started to set up your development environment. These are not the only issues to work on, but these are the issues that we're trying to incentivize people to work on. These are issues and epics that GitLab team members have worked on, putting better documentation in there, keeping an eye, and also prioritizing your MRs when you're opening MRs against addressing these issues. If you open MR, and why we're saying incentivizing them is because when you open an MR against these issues, trying to solve these issues, you're getting some extra points. The prizes that we have here are calculated are awarded based on the points that you're going to gather. For every MR, you get some points. If let me go further down, this is on the FAQ, and I can explain to you. All right. If you open an MR for something that is not associated to an issue that is already there or an epic, you get 1 point. To give you an example, if you find a typo on the website that is not documented anywhere, that hey, there's a typo there, someone needs to fix it, and you fix that, you get 1 point for this MR that is merged. 2 points you're getting for any MR that is associated with any open or existing issue. But you also get 5 points for every MR merged who is associated with the issues that are highlighted here in this guide. So if you're solving these issues, you're getting 5. Every MR is getting 5 points. If you're, you don't, maybe here, there's nothing else you can work on. I mean, there's nothing that interests you, right? You can just go up to the contribute page here, and you can select the development. And in the development, there are also all a bunch of different issues here for people to work on. These are like some of the projects that we have at GitLab. These are the most famous ones. Let me zoom out a bit so it's a bit more visible. Again, the technologies included, the guides, and also links to the issues to work on. So if you pick something to work on from here and you solve it, you get 3 points. It's really important to highlight that every person with an emerged MR wins and gets a Tanuki t-shirt. The second prize for the people with the individuals with the most second most points gathered, they get a coffee canister and a fabric charging pad. It's like for wireless charging. And for the grand prize, the individual or individuals, because in the past we had some people who collected a bunch of points, so we awarded the grand prize to more than one people. They get a Hackathon special swag box. It's a mystery box. It has a lot of stuff, trust me. And also a 25 minutes call with Sid. Sid is the GitLab CEO, a co-founder. So if you win that, you're going to have an opportunity to spend some time to ask him whatever you want, and talk to him. Now, get help. So in the past, we used to have some office hour calls, but due to the fact that there was not a lot of participation, unfortunately we stopped them for now, but we're considering restarting them. But in the meantime, the majority of our engineers, people who want to help, including me, the core team, which is a group of contributors who are really close core contributors at GitLab, they are available to help you on the Git room that we have. So we have this Git room here. You're more than welcome to come in at any given time, ask any questions. There's always people to help. People that are going to be there over the weekend as well to help and support. And yeah, if you have anything, feel free to jump in. What else? Oh, yes, and most importantly, whenever you open an MR during these dates, and this MR is going to be tagged with the label Hackathon and the label community contribution. This is automated process, and then it's going to be linked to this issue that is linked here. So you're going to start seeing your MRs in this counter here. Right now it says 1 MR submitted. This is just for demo purposes only. But yeah, when we start putting MRs, these MRs are going to start being linked in the bottom here, and they're going to show up on the page. We're also working of having a live leaderboard. We might be able to pull that off later today, and also have a leaderboard here with all the people participating, number of MRs submitted, etc. Again, it's not about the number of MRs that you're submitting, it's about which issues that you're addressing. So if someone opens 5 MRs fixing typos, gets 5 points. But if you have 5 MRs merged that are addressing some of these issues here, you get 25 points. So it's not about the quantity, it's about more the quality of the contributions. And I will pause here. Also pretty much what I just described, it's also in this short video here in the beginning of the page. So I will pause here and see whether there are any questions here from you all that you're here on the Zoom or in the chat or in the YouTube video. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute, or you can type it in the chat here.
Hello.
Hello.
Christos, um, for choosing an issue, I need to comment in the issue part and wait for someone to assign that issue to me,
Great
is
question.
or I only have to create a merge request and link this to the issue.
You can directly create a merge request. However, if you want, because it's a hackathon and there's some competition, sort of a competition, feel free to say that, hey, I'm gonna work on that during the hackathon. So if someone else wants to work there, we're gonna see your comment and it will be like, okay, Ruben wants to work on that, so we're not gonna work on it. So it's suggested to leave a comment. The issue doesn't need to necessarily to be assigned to yourself, but just leave a comment saying that, hey, I'll be working on that, and that's it. And also,
Okay.
sorry, something else is that some issues are or epics include a lot of different parts. So what I'm trying to say here is that maybe one MR won't necessarily solve or close the issue. So that issue might require additional MRs from additional people or by you. What I'm trying to say is that if you leave a comment and it's an issue that is more complicated, it's not like one thing that needs to be solved, just leave a comment and say, hey, you know what, this is what I'm working on. I'm going to work on that part. And so, yeah, so it's really clear for everyone on what you're going to be working on and give room to someone else who wants to pick up something from the same issue.
Okay, thank you.
De nada. Anyone else? Any other questions? I'm checking Gitter. I'm checking the YouTube live stream. Okay, I don't see anything for now. So again, if you're having, first of all, if you're having trouble finding something to work on, please reach out or send a message on Gitter. On Gitter also, a few days ago, I made a post on the two areas that you can contribute. One is the handbook. Actually, let me share my screen here. Pop up, pop up, pop up. Which one? This one or this one? Doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Here, if you see the Gitter, I made a post. There is one way to contribute, fix typos and improve the content in the handbook. Generally at GitLab, other than the product, we consider our legacy the handbook as well, because it includes a lot of information about how the organization works. GitLab is a company that is a remote-only company, so we have a lot of ways of a lot of best practice on how to communicate with other people, how to give feedback, how to work with remote teams, and handbook there, it's our single source of truth. So you might find some typos or some things you can work on that. So you get familiar with the workflow of opening a merge request and have it reviewed. Also, if you work on the handbook, it's really easy to do that because you don't have to download anything. So for example, you go to a page, let's say to the all remote page here, and on the top right corner, it says view source or opening web IDE. If you click on web IDE, it gets you to the web IDE at GitLab, so you can apply your changes, commit them, and open a merge request that easily. That's a way to get started. And the other one is like, just go on the web here on the Hackathon website, find something to work on, check the contributing guide, how to set up your development environment. Something really important about setting up the development environment. There is also Gitter these days. Not Gitter, sorry. I just, my mind just stopped. GitPod, sorry, GitPod, yes, GitPod. So GitPod is a platform where you can it's like in a web IDE. You don't have to download everything on your computer and set up. You just need to click a button. So to give you an example, let's go to here, for example. This is a GitLab development kit. It's a project. Let's say that I want to contribute to that. Here on the right, you see the button GitPod. If I click it, I need to log in for sure. It's gonna start. It's gonna set up development environment online, so in my browser, so I don't have to do anything about it. Which is super nice, super comfortable. There are detailed guides on how to do that, how to work with GitPod. Here, alternatively, you can use GTK with GitPod. Here, you can find how to do it, a complete guide. Generally, I highly suggest it, so you don't have to spend time setting up your development environment. Any questions? Anyone? Oh, there is some messages here. No. Sorry. Let me. So Ziton Gren, I think this list is not necessarily the most updated one. So let me actually do something here. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the list of issues, thanks for that, because that's confusing. The link of issues that get the 5 points are listed here. Issues epics to contribute to on the Hackathon website. These are the more updated list of issues and epics here. Every MR is getting an award, at least 1 point. If you work on an MR that solves some of the issues here or epics, every MR that is merged at addressing one of these issues or epics gets 5 points. And if you commit an MR and it's merged that is addressing an issue or an epic that is not here, it gets 3 points. So any MR that is merged gets an award. That's for sure.
Okay, thank you. I got it.
Pleasure. Thanks for that. I just removed it from here. So this issue here is like just for tracking. Whenever an MR during the hackathon is opened, based on your local time zone, it's gonna be linked on this issue. So you're gonna on this issue. So it's just like for tracking.
It's mixed and confusing.
Yeah.
Because Alvin says Alex looks like all of them has been closed.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. It was I copy pasted from the previous hackathon. So.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Let me check if there are any questions. No, here. Not on the YouTube. All right. So I will stop sharing my screen. And if there are any other questions, I will wish you all happy contributing. And if you need anything at any given time, just send a message on Gitter. Maybe we'll respond on the spot. Maybe it's gonna take us a few hours because everyone is on a different time zone. But you're definitely gonna get an answer and support if needed. So thanks for joining. Thank you all for joining. And I wish you a great hackathon. See you again on Gitter and on Monday for our wrap-up call where we're gonna see what happened, what's the next steps, when we're gonna be reviewing the MRs, and how we're gonna move forward with this. All right. Thank you all.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.